Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Today I'm taking you to the 33rd Street Manhattan location of NAN XIAng XIAO, famous for their soup dumplings. It's within walking distance from one of the biggest shopping and entertainment districts in Manhattan. We're steps away from Macy's, Madison Square Garden, the Empire State Building, and Penn Station. When I entered NAN XIAng, I saw a clean and modern dining room. We were seated quickly as it was only 3 p.m. I couldn't wait to try their food and compare it to their original location. The NAN XIAng menu is the same as the one in Flushing. It's two-sided. On one side, you will see some Taiwanese dim sum, boiled dumplings, soups, and an assortment of baskets of different types of soup dumplings. On the other side of the menu, you'll find all-day Taiwanese breakfast, desserts, appetizers, entrees, noodle soups, fried rice, and finally, stir-fried noodles and rice cakes. NAN XIAng also serves sweetened green tea beverages, beer and soju, and soft drinks. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. Today we're at NAN XIAng Soup Dumplings, which is at 33rd Street in Manhattan. We're near Penn Station. We're also near the Empire State Building. I went to NAN XIAng earlier this year. In that visit, we experienced some hits and some misses. I'm hoping that the quality of food is a little higher. I'm not saying that the first visit was bad, but it could have been a little better. So the location I'm in is basically in a place where the dining room is the size, about the same size as the one in Flushing. There are 3 dishes, and hopefully this gives me a good indication as to how the food is. These are the 3 dishes that I ordered. The dish I got is pork chop noodle soup. Comes in this nice big bowl with some bok choy and some white noodles. These look like not rice noodles, but wheat noodles. It also comes with 2 large pork chops, and they're cut up, and they look pretty good. They're fried up pretty well. And here's my dumpling sauce that I created by myself. Now it's time to try the pork chop. This is what it looks like. It's nice and hot. It literally came out the fryer. Wow. The pork chop is very springy, very supple. It has great flavor. Nice and salty. I think a little more salty because it's going to be dunked into the soup. I'm going to give that a try. Ooh, the pork chop is really good. Here's another look at it, how big it is. Yes, nice and soft, even after dunked in the soup. Now, we're going to try the noodles. Once again, these are wheat noodles. These noodles are pretty good, pretty standard. They're nice and bouncy. However, I think they're a little overdone because it's a little pasty, but it's not so much so that it's inedible, but it's a little overdone. Other than that, the flavor is fine with the noodles. The next thing to try is the soup. So the soup is super clear, almost looks like water. Okay, not much salt there. It's actually very lightly salted, which I guess is okay if you want to add some soy sauce to it, but I'll just go with the saltiness of the pork chop. Pork chop will give me enough salt to make me enjoy this bowl of noodles. So far, so good. I like it. As I was eating, 2 steamed items came to my table. Okay, here we have the shrimp and chicken dumplings, and right below it, I believe we have the soup dumplings. They look really promising. Look how they're shaped. And let's do a little test here. Okay, these seem to be a little stiff, not baggy. I like baggy dumplings, but we'll give it a try and see if it's actually good. Okay, the first item I'm going to try is the chicken and shrimp dumpling. Now these are pretty much oversized. That order cost $7, so let's see if these are worth it without any sauce. Mmm, not bad. They're perfectly heated, and you can see the distinct pieces of shrimp and chicken in here. And what I like about it is that there's actually a hint of ginger that's mixed into the shao mai. So I kind of like it. It's a large enough size, and I guess it justifies the $7 price tag. Not bad. I must add that the texture is very good too. It's very bouncy. The next item I'm going to try is the soup dumplings. Now this is the regular pork soup dumplings. Nothing else in it, just pork, the soup, and the skin. Let's give this a try. Okay. I have to say that the quality of this is not as good as I would like. I mean, it's okay for your regular person off the street who likes soup dumplings, but the skin to me is a little too thick. It's just a step above thin. So yeah, I guess it's okay with some people. The meatball itself is nice and dense, so I feel like I'm getting a lot of meat for my money. There's a nice sweetness to the pork, which I like. And the same goes with soup. And the soup is not a clear soup. There's actually a lot of the pork juice that's seeped into the soup. So it's a nice thin soup, which I like about modern soup dumplings. Well, a lot of the ones that you get in New York is that there's this thick top that always seems to exist. And I have a feeling that it's because a lot of these soup dumplings are probably frozen and they've been reheated. I have nothing against frozen soup dumplings, but this pile of dough on top is not a good thing. Okay, let's take a look at this soup dumpling. Now, you can see how thick the skin is. In some of my favorite soup dumpling places, the skin down here is much thinner, and I wouldn't be able to carry it this way, carry the soup dumpling this way. That's why you would always need the spoon. But this one, I can easily carry it this way and plop it all into my mouth. And another thing is that these soup dumplings, I would say about 1.5 inches long, 1 3/4. So it's a pretty good size. You can get 6 of them for $11. So that's a pretty good price for an Italian. As I eat more of this pork chop, I'm starting to realize how good a quality this pork chop is. It's pretty amazing. It has the perfect amount of crust on the outside, and it's nice and bouncy and chewy, and it has the right amount of salt. The seasoning is perfect. It's one of the better pork chops I've had in pork chop soups. Really like it. Okay, the meal is over. I have to say that the meal was a mixed bag once again. I felt that the soup dumplings were okay, but once again I have the same complaints about the amount of dough in the soup dumpling wrapper. There's a lot on top, but otherwise the meatball and the soup filling was very good, very good. I really enjoyed the flavor. Now the chicken and shrimp dumpling was very good. I really like that because of the texture and also because of the nice flavor and very well seasoned meat. And finally, the pork chop soup noodles, that was excellent. The soup noodles in and of itself wasn't that flavored, but the pork chop was amazing. I highly recommend that because that pork chop basically provided all the flavor for that entire soup noodle dish. And if you come here, you should order that one. There are other soup noodles that are available here, but they're much more fancy and they have other components that would impart more flavor to the soup. But if you want something simple, what I ordered is nice and simple, inexpensive, and good. I believe that dish was only $14. So what do I think of NAN XIANG, the restaurant? I think the interior of this restaurant is nicer than the one in Flushing. Obviously, there's fewer people coming here during off hours around 3 o'clock, but still, I can tell that the decorations here, and the inside decor is a little better. I like sitting in here. It's nice and air conditioned, and there's a lot of cool music playing in the background. So have you ever eaten at NAN XIANG before? If you have, please let me know in the comments what you think. And also, could you give this video a like and a subscribe? We're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it if you would do that for me. Also, I will be back with many more videos in the coming weeks. Thank you. The final bill was $36.47 before tip.